This is the first critical stage. The most important part about building the house is getting the bottom right. So we've already completed the beam work, we've completed the joist work, the blocking, came in and put our diagonally laid decking, in this case a plank. There was a lath on a roof the last time. So it's just a 1x4, very simple 1x4. Then we came back in, and in this case Mackie's chosen a mix of woods. We're going to have a mix of widths, longleaf pine in a 4-inch, 3.5 inch, there's a maple, there's a narrow pine and a 2.25 inch, and then there's also, I think, a 3.25 inch in here. So effectively we've got several different widths, and in this case, at least 3 different species of wood. The maple, when you look up close on it, it's going to have very little grain compared to the longleaf pine next to it, which has a very, very tight grain. In this case, one of the boards right here on the surface of it is about 130 years in a 3.5 inch wide growth. So what you're going to see on this, as we add the next step, we're taking the sanding machine to it. And the sanding machine right now has a real heavy grit on it. It'd be even better to have a little heavier grit because we're sanding off old polyurethane, and it gums up the sandpaper extremely to the point that you got to throw it away regularly. It costs a lot of money to sand off polyurethane. So we came through and hand scraped it first to get the polyurethane down, and now we're sanding it. This is an old 1950s Clark sander. In this particular instance, it's an EC8. I've used this brand for years. You can buy these, if you're lucky, used, about 600, 800 bucks. They're worth every penny of it. Giant motor. And effectively what it does is it grinds it off. But if it's polyurethane or paint, it plugs up the sandpaper fast. It's about $5 a stick for the sandpaper, so you don't want to gum it up. There's erasers you can buy that actually help you erase the grit off of it, the gunk off of it. And you can actually cook the sandpaper in a crock pot and with some whisk and actually boil off a lot of the varnish and get another run out of it. If somebody gets this as a co-op, as a group, this will sand 100 houses. If you need parts, there's lots of parts out there. So we're at the stage now of sanding it. The next step after that will be to oil it. We should be getting onto that pretty quick.